Why do these abandoned celebrity mansions have no market value? Most celebrity homes usually sell quickly when they hit the market, with a few exceptions. Our focus will be on these exceptions and discover the reasons for their unmarketability. This will be intriguing. We took to the pages of People Los Angeles Times and Real Estate to determine the current status of these celebrity houses. Let us together discover what made these mansions unattractive to prospective buyers. The first mansion we will visit is American singer Britney Spears' Thousand Oaks home. She bought this property for $7.4 million in 2015. She gave up the house 3 months after her 13-year conservatorship came to an end, one of the many changes she initiated in her life to signify her freedom from her father's clutches. The villa features a grandiose Italian style, sitting on 20 sprawling acres of private land and boasting of 13,264 square feet of space. In 2022, she decided to sell the house and listed it on the market at a price of $7.9 million. So far, a buyer has yet to show interest in the property. The disinterest on the property could be because of the current state the property is in. Since she left it, little maintenance has been done during her absence. Aerial shots of the property reveal that the elaborate water features of the villa have been turned off, with toys floating on the once sparkling swimming pool and lounge cushions haphazardly strewn over the terrace, baking in the summer heat. The previously lush green gardens were slowly turning brown despite the rainy Southern California weather. Britney has gone back to her Thousand Oaks home after selling the Calabasas home she shared with her now ex-husband, Sam Asghari. In all probability, the estate has been restored to its former glory before she moved back in, and is now marketable again if ever she decides to sell it. Now let's visit Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee's mansion in Calabasas. He bought the $5.85 million mansion back in 2007. He has been trying to sell it since 2016, initially listing it for $6 million. The 10,000 square feet mansion features a distinctive architectural design offering stunning views. Boasting 6 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms, it offers unique amenities in the form of an atrium with indoor waterfalls and a retractable glass roof. Outside the grounds, you will find a koi pond, a stone saltwater spa, and a saltwater piano-shaped pool, while inside the house are additional luxuries that include a gym, a home theater, a wine room, and 2 kitchens. The potential deterrent to the marketability of this mansion could be the reputation it gained for being haunted. Tommy's wife, Brittany Furlan, who he married in 2019, recounted experiencing strange incidents while in the house. Tommy has finally sold the property after years of trying to offload it. Unfortunately, he sold it for $3.65 million, considerably much less than he bought it, and after sinking in thousands to give it the wild rock star vibes. Still, a sale is a sale. It's time to take a look at American rapper Nelly's Tuscan-style mansion. He bought the 10,500 square feet property situated on a prominent 12-acre lot in Missouri back in 2002 for $2 million. At the time he bought it, it was considered to be a relatively new build, having been constructed in 1998. Buying the property was a business decision for him, as he acquired it with the intention of remodeling and flipping it, just like what a usual celebrity house developer would do. The mansion offers breathtaking views from nearly every room. Its exteriors are adorned in a white stucco finish and castle-like turrets, while its interiors present vaulted ceilings, arched windows, marble floors, majestic fireplaces, and grand columns. When the renovation bills started piling up and the renovation timeline kept on expanding, Nelly had a change of heart and decided to put the construction on hold, leaving an unfinished house. Plumbing is lacking in some areas, several floors are missing, and there is an abandoned basketball court and swimming pool. Despite its abandoned state, Nelly decided to list it for sale for $599,000. The St. Louis-based Kingdom of God Global Church was the buyer of Nelly's unfinished Tuscan-style home. The organization is rumored to be a cult with unusual activities being reported to be ongoing around its properties. For a tinge of controversy, let's visit American real estate developer Mohammed Hadid's Bel Air mansion. He purchased the hillside plot in 2011 and got approval to build a 14,000 square foot mansion on the site. However, Mohammed instead began an illegal construction of a 30,000 square foot mansion without the proper permits. This triggered a fierce legal battle with the Los Angeles authorities. The authorities started to criminally prosecute him for not complying with stop work orders issued on the structure, which has ballooned to twice the size permitted for the lot. When he continued to expand the property by adding a third floor and a pool deck without licenses, his neighbors hit him with a civil lawsuit in 2018, expressing concern that the size of the mansion was a possible danger to the community, dubbing it as the Starship Enterprise. Finally, the Los Angeles County Superior Court ordered the demolition of the mansion, declaring the structure to be a legitimate risk of damaging and harm to the community homes. The construction was then abandoned, and the mansion was left unfinished. In 2021, Mohammed listed the property in the market for $8.5 million, a far cry from the $100 million he envisioned to sell it once the mansion was completed. In 2023, the Los Angeles Superior Court ordered Mohammed to pay $2.6 million to cover the legal fees of his neighbors that had run up during the almost 5-year battle between him and them. The property was eventually bought at an auction for $5 million by Sahara Construction Company in 2021, which has agreed to cover the cost of the demolition. Let's take a look inside American actress and singer Liza Minnelli's Spanish Revival mansion in Beverly Hills for some family drama. Vicente Minnelli, Liza's father, acquired the 5,800 square feet, 6-bedroom, 6-bath property in 1951. And it was the house where Liza spent a considerable time as a child. At the time of his death in 1986, he left the property valued at $1.1 million to Liza, with the stipulation that Lee, his fourth wife, have life estate rights to the property. To make the long story short, Lee has lifetime access to the home, and Liza was in charge of the estate. Liza paid for the maintenance of the mansion, including utilities and household help. When Liza decided to put the property for sale in 2000, Lee refused to be transferred to a $450,000 condominium, preferring to stay in the estate even after its sale in 2002. After the sale, Liza stopped paying for the property maintenance since it was no longer hers. Lee then initiated legal action against Liza for breach of contract. Lee dropped her lawsuit only when Liza agreed to cover the rental payments to the new owner for Lee to continue living in the mansion. The new owners would then have full access to the property. Lee stayed in the mansion until her death in 2009. Since the owners have initially spent about $3.5 million on the property, it was expected that they would have it renovated now that they have full control. But for some mysterious reason, they left it to decay, with no one moving in or trying to restore it to its former glory. We just completed our visit to 5 celebrity homes, each of which had a different ending to its story. You, on the other hand, can have a never-ending storytelling adventure with us by becoming a regular subscriber to our channel.